Hello, my awesome blue stars. Today, I'll be exposing some of your classmates this time. And of course, react to it because it's very skibidi, am I? Haha, you expected me to say very skibidi, am I right? Well, guess what? I didn't. Anyways, I'll just react to your stories because I like reacting. And I also love to listen to all your stories. Who shall I summon first? I know, I choose you. Oh my jingle bells. I love your avatar, but as always, I must eat your height. Sorry, I was hangry. You.
Let's listen to your story.
Okay, so this boy other there, we'll call him Simon. And once, during PE, he saw a girl in the corridors and decided to give her back a few shootings. If you know what I mean.
Hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy.
No, what?
I didn't know what you meant, so I searched it up and I regret it. I'm going to bleach my eyes. Goodbye. He also got away with it, and the poor girl was crying about it. Your classmate is discombobulated, bamboozled, and atrocious.
And I hope Simon gets jumped by 16 clowns and stomped on by an elephant. Oh wait, he can't because he's an elephant himself.
Also, from what his so-called friends told me, Simon has 16 girlfriends on character.ai. Friends, you say? Well, that was fascinating. Thanks for your story, though. Now we will listen to the next story. All right, as this person doesn't have an OC, I'll use my OC instead. So in 6th grade, I had 2 friends called Anastasia and Maddie. Anastasia was kind of weird and Maddie was extremely aggressive, so when I was with them at lunch, Anastasia would literally be talking about how Hot Bill Cipher is she likes Gravity Falls and is insanely obsessed with him, and Madeline would constantly fake puke so loud, I had to cover my ears. Plus, she sounded like that screaming goat meat. Anyway, after lunch, we were walking down to our class until this chubby man, Joan, came up and started insulting Anastasia, saying she looked like a dinosaur who got plastic surgery and looks like a wannabe version of Barbie, and then we were all like, what does that even mean? And then she said,
"At least I'm not a narcissist."
They had beef and I don't even know why, and then that fat I pushed her, which made her fall to the ground, and then Maddie went up to him and told him that he should get a life, and then he said,
"How about you go get some beaches?"
I low-key ship them.
And I just cackled how dumb these insults were, so I was trying to get to my class. But then Jonathan was like,
"Where are you going?"
To class?
"Well, you look like a stick."
And you ate nothing but 560 packs of popsicles. You look like a whole Cybertruck, you non-flat creature." And he got mad and was about to hit me, but then a teacher came up and put all of us in detention for not going to class plus for insulting each other. So of course, I was pretty annoyed, having to be stuck with some Minecraft-looking creature and both of my friends. After we got out, me and my friend went to our next period PE and we had to run a mile, so we went outside in the hot weather and ran until the boys came outside to play basketball. John saw us and tried to throw a stick directly to us, but luckily we dodged it and he did get in trouble for that, so we all laughed our butts off. Anyways, let's listen to the next story. I was skipping up to these iconic troublemakers until I saw a group of year 11 boys. It means 10th grade for people who don't know. Those boys walked past us, so when they were far, I decided to shout. Well, I went behind Moon before I shouted, "Big baddie boys." One of them turned around and the other said,
"Did they just call us big, fatty boys?"
They stared at us for a good 2 seconds before turning around, so me and Moon ran off. We ran to another corridor where we saw one of the boys from before. He looked at us and then whispered to his friend and pointed at us, so we ran off again. We found out that Laura and Aaron were still at the same place as before. They didn't move, they just stood there. As my storage is on life support for this one, I'ma just read this one. Okay, now. So in my year 6 class, there was this girl who was mentally and physically unstable. At least that's what I thought. And she would throw a tantrum over everything. One time she threw a tantrum because some boy called her stupid. She was as she got away and never had to do lessons. And oh no, she threw her pens and books and went outside on her special beanbag and started licking the goddamn door glass and breathing on it so she can draw on it. Then other times she would scream on top of her lungs. And one time in year 5, she hit the teacher when the teacher was yelling at her because she had a tantrum and went under the table and flipped one of the tables. Okay, so I read it all, but it's too much to voice. I'm sorry. However, it was pretty understandable of when you felt upset when your classmate talked about being Etherean and mentioned something that could have given you flashbacks. It's never easy when someone doesn't respect your feelings, that's one thing I can say. As for the drama with the mean girls and the shipping with boys, it sounds like you handled it well. Very skibidi, am I right? I hope good things happen to you, bro. I hit a green heart somewhere in this video. Comment the time to get pinned. There's also a few things that I forgot to mention about my classmates. During science, as Kevin sits next to me, I get to hear his atrocious singing. Yay! Anyways, he kept singing this in science.
Cooking with Kia. Cooking with Kia.
Kevin, that's a rule reminder. Sit down.
And yeah, that's pretty much all I've got for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Anyways, check out my other videos if you haven't already. Peace out, guys. Bye.